So, I said I might stop doing the videos, but today I woke up and I was thinking about trigger control, and I walked outside and there was frost all over the ground and high blue skies, and the sun was peeking through, and I just knew it was going to warm up nice, and it has, and it's really pretty out. And I found something that made me smile big, and it's small. I enjoy the small things in life. Found my first dandelion. First wildflower of the year. I had actually taken a little drive this morning around the place here, and I was looking at the wildflowers had peaked up, and then they got bit by frost last night. So the dandelion, it came through okay, and then I picked it. So there we are. All right, so trigger control. We'll stay on target. Pun intended. Trigger control. I've done a video on this before, but I think it bears to reason that it be gone over again, because we're hardheads. We don't like to learn. We like to do it our way. Okay, so trigger control consists of exactly what it sounds like. Trigger control. You control the trigger. The firearm does not control you. Kind of like on an old Full Metal Jacket. Move your rifle around your head, not your head around the rifle. That sort of thing. Trigger control. So, there's good trigger control. There's bad trigger control. Trigger control. I'm trying to talk too fast. So, you have to admit yourself which one you have. If it's good or if it's bad. If it's good, then it can be improved on. If it's bad, it can be improved on. We all have room for improvement in our marksmanship. So I dragged me out a little 22 rifle here, and I'm going to show you an example of bad trigger control and good trigger control. Okay. So the rifle in and of itself, if it were held perfectly still, would hit in the same place every time. Then we put our hands on it. It's all in the hands. Show me your hands. Yeah. So it's all in your hands and your cheek and whatever touches the rifle. But I'm left-handed, so I use this part right here. Some people use this part, some people use this part. I don't care what part of you use, as long as you're making good shots. If it's comfortable for you, then do it that way. This is where things get tough when you're trying to teach people how to shoot. Men will not take direction well. They're men. They know how to shoot, and you can't teach me because I am a good shot. Fair enough. You take a woman and teach them how to shoot, and they are far more accurate typically than men are, because they listen and they understand how to follow instructions, and their ego and their pride is not such a factor. Mostly because they just take pride in doing better than the men do. I think that might be it. And if that's the case, that's fine. If that's what drives them, great. In the shooting world, I would rather teach females how to shoot than males, because they listen. Us men are horrible at listening. And I say us because I'm a horrible listener too. But it takes a maturity to stand back and learn from everybody you meet in the shooting world, good, bad, or indifferent. I see people shoot and I'm thinking, man, they are horrible. I never say that. It's rude. You try to help them along. If they won't take the help, then you just move along. I've hurt everybody's feelings now. My day is complete. Feeling a little snarky today. So if I come off with something that cracks you up or pisses you off, well, it is what it is. So I drug out my little Remington rifle. Trigger control. I'm going to do trigger control. I'm going to shoot twice with what I consider to be acceptable shooting control. And then we're going to do acceptable, unacceptable, horrible trigger control. And we'll see how it turns out. So then we'll yap a little bit after that. Not me, I'll yap. So, find that magazine I think I put 4 in there. All right. Get it back here where you can see the trigger. So, like I said, your hands connect with the firearm. It's all in your hands. Of course, you gotta be able to see too. That helps. You can hear my rest is squeaky. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot at an existing bullet hole. And if I miss it, I'll never tell. And if I do, then I'm gonna brag about it for years. Safety zone. See, safety first. Cut the hole. All right, follow through. You see I didn't jerk my head up off the rifle to watch that bullet hit or anything like that. And I'm gonna try to same hole. Okay, bad trigger control. I have seen people, they'll start out with their finger all the way up here in the front of the trigger guard, and they don't necessarily pull the trigger, they just hit the trigger with their finger. They'll do something like this. All right. So you can probably even see the rifle move whenever I shot like that, the bad way. Trigger control, something very simple, very important. So use better trigger control. You can get on other YouTube places and they will go through it in depth. They do a lot better job of going over it than I do. But it's just something to think about. Trigger control is even important in shotguns. A lot of people say it's not, but it is. You have to master the weapon in your hands. If it masters you, then you are not the operator. Okay? If the weapon masters you, then you're the guy that's going and trading your rifle in every year because you missed one with it the year before. I probably said that on another video, but it's one of them things too that is just amazing to me to see how we operate in the sporting goods world and how, you know, I couldn't hit anything with that rifle, so I sold it. I've bought so many good rifles that way. Keep trading them in. I love it. Love it. Snarkiness. Yeah. So anyway, there we are for today. 9 minutes and 29 seconds. All right. So go find a dandelion. It'll make you smile. It did me. It's the little things. Anyway, be good, be safe, be careful. Hang in there.